Patriarchy is a heavy cloak. It suffocates us with its expectations, its norms, its silence. We are taught to be small, to be quiet, to accept what is given. But what happens when what is given is pain? What happens when silence becomes a cage, trapping us in a cycle of abuse? We need to talk about it. We need to break the silence that surrounds abuse, particularly within the confines of marriage and family. It thrives in the shadows, feeding on fear and shame. For too long, we have been conditioned to believe that what happens behind closed doors is a private matter, but pain knows no such boundaries. This is not a private matter. It is a societal one. It is about power and control, about the insidious ways in which patriarchal norms dictate our relationships, our very beings. It is about the stories we tell ourselves, the lies we are made to believe. We are told that men are strong, that they are not victims. We are told that women are fragile, that they provoke their own abuse. These are dangerous narratives. They perpetuate a cycle of violence and silence. It is time to challenge these narratives. It is time to speak up. Emotional abuse is a slow burn. It starts subtly, with a word, a look, a dismissive gesture. It chips away at your self-worth, eroding your confidence like the tide against the shore. You are constantly told you are wrong, that your feelings are invalid, that you are lucky to have him. He tells you that he loves you, but his words ring hollow. His love is conditional, contingent upon your obedience, your silence. You start to believe him. You start to question your own sanity. He tells you that you are too sensitive, that you are overreacting. He tells you that you are imagining things. And slowly, you begin to doubt yourself. You start to believe that maybe it is your fault. Maybe you are too demanding, too emotional. This is the insidious nature of emotional abuse. It preys on your vulnerabilities, twisting your perception until you no longer recognize yourself. It leaves scars, invisible to the naked eye, but etched deep within your soul. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership built on love, respect, and consent. But what happens when those fundamental pillars crumble? What happens when I do becomes I can't? The cycle of abuse within a marriage is particularly insidious. It thrives on the vows that bind you, the societal expectations that keep you tethered. You are told that marriage is about compromise, about staying together no matter what. But compromise should never come at the cost of your safety, your dignity, your very being. Consent is not a one-time agreement. It is a continuous conversation, a mutual understanding that must be freely given in every interaction. Marital rape is not a contradiction in terms. It is a brutal reality for countless women trapped in abusive marriages. The violation of your body by someone who vowed to love and cherish you is a betrayal of the most profound kind. You feel trapped, suffocated by the weight of your vows, the expectations of society. You are told to stay for the children, to make it work, but at what cost? Section 4. Finding my voice. There comes a turning point, a moment of clarity amidst the chaos. It might be a look in the mirror, a child's question, or a whispered word of encouragement from a friend. For me, it was a book that spoke of strength and resilience. It was in those pages that I found my voice. I realized that I was not alone, that my story mattered. Section 5. Breaking free, building anew. Breaking free from an abusive relationship is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of immense courage. It is a declaration that you deserve respect, that you deserve love, that you deserve a life free from fear. Society often makes it harder. The whispers, the judgment, the pressure to stay silent can be overwhelming. But I refuse to be silenced. I will not let the shame of what happened define me. This is not my shame to carry. To my fellow survivors, know that you are not alone. There is hope. There is healing. There is life beyond the darkness. Reach out, seek support, and never give up on your right to a life filled with love and respect. To the parents, the families, the men who stand on the sidelines, your silence is deafening. We need you to be our allies, our advocates, our voices of support. Challenge the harmful norms that perpetuate abuse. Believe survivors. Create safe spaces for them to speak their truth. Let us build a world where love is not a weapon, but a sanctuary. A world where equality reigns and respect is a given. Transform your pain into purpose. Break the silence. Be the change.